Today we'll do the revision of introduction to the systems engineering that we had seen in the so far lectures. So in this part of this course, we had seen interdisciplinary science, engineering, and management. We had also seen systems theory. We had seen systems thinking. We had seen system development life cycle. Then we have seen synergy, project management, engineering domains like mechanical, civil, etc., and industry 4.0. We had seen in that. Then community for the conclusion that what are the communities. First, we'll start with the what is systems engineering. We had seen that the main focus of systems engineering course or domain or discipline was like to govern the interdisciplinary field of engineering and management. What we had seen design, integrate, testing, maintenance, and evolution are the important part of this. Then we had also seen basic principle of systems thinking, system life cycle. So these are the definitions that we had seen. So what these definitions want to convey that in very old time in 1957, so the large scale system tackling with the help of scientist, engineer, and joint effort was being done to solve some problem and realize it physically is the definition in the older times. Then there's upgrade of definition like in each system should be integrated into the component, diverse substructures was there, sub functions was there. So this was the next definition in 65. The next robustness of the approach, design, creation, and operation system analysis. Then, in this definition of NASA in 1995, they said that design, performance, trade, selection, and implementation, verification, testing, integration, post implementation was actually the part of this systems engineering. So, this is the newer version of the and current, you can say, version of systems engineering. Then further the definition is being improved. What they say people, product and process was being enabled to have the meet the satisfaction of the customer or some end user. Then system engineering consists of two significant disciplines. They said systems engineering operates and system engineering management. So operation and management are the two different disciplines, they said. Then they said that the interdisciplinary definition is being involved in 2004, that it's an interdisciplinary approach means different disciplines are coming together to achieve a goal. Then you have uh, further definitions in 2005, so concentrated on distinct part and ent- entirety taken account, so variable and linking with the social technological. So all these type of definition was the purpose to let you know that how the definition works and how the field evolves and how the domain of a discipline evolves, and you have the formal way of defining some domain, and this is how these standard definitions are being done for the systems engineering so that you could able to understand the field better. Then systems engineering activities. So these are the different activities which were taking place in systems engineering, like development phase, life cycle planning, then systems engineering process, life cycle integration. So engineering management was the core team for managing all these type of things. Then others were the outer domain of the outer part like process, planning, phasing, integration, baseline work, and team management was there as the outer part. But what actually people do systems engineering management in the core part of the whole project. Then the systems engineering activities was the these are the following. So what are the tools and the validation technique for the theories of systems engineering? It's like systems architecture, systems modeling, simulation, optimization, dynamics analysis, statistical analysis, reliability, and decision making are the part of the systems engineering. Then, what is systems engineering process that we had seen? It's a kind of a definition, or you can defining the product and having the detailed design and how the specification should be look like for the product and before the development of that product. Then design and development was taking place in the engineering process, which has the four major tasks like task definition, conceptual stage, design stage, implementation stage. So all these things we had seen in the course in detail. Next, we had seen engineering process, and there's a input in any process. Then there's requirement analysis. Then again the functional analysis takes place, and the continuous loop between this type of thing will take place, and then designing of that requirements will take place. Then whether the design or the development was perfect or not, then the verification will be taken place. Then all these things comes for the system analysis type of thing. Then the process will be outputted. So what are the engineering systems engineering examples? So you can see there are various fields in which systems engineering are being applied on the complex projects, like space design. You can see computer chip design, robotics design, software integration, then bridge building. So what they do in this, they do modeling, simulation, requirement analysis, scheduling, then managing the complexity of this. Then systems engineering uh, related to the operating system is an example. So what in the operating system it do? It do the these four layers. What are the four layers managed by the kernel are actually having the connection between the application and the hardware and the computing machines. Unlike operating system is in between the hardware and application. What operating system does in the computer operating system does kernel for managing the CPU, memory, and devices along with the application to communicate the process with the CPU, memory, and device with the front end application that we run. The next example we had seen was of automobile. In automobile, in early, very old times, there's only one engineer was enough for building the automobile. Then the system engineering grows. Then they thought that thousands of engineers could develop even better than one engineer. So thousands of engineers were working, researching, they're finding new ways to develop new level of car and having the intelligence involved in that car. So now the era has been changed to the modern automobiles. Then autonomous automobile system. This is even much advanced version. That automatic driving of a car with the help of network, with the help of GPS systems. Next, these are the figure that all these cars are being communicating with each other to drive on the road. Then we had seen an example of international space station. Like there's a space station which can have the connection with the internet to the world, and they have a management from the space, and they have a whole docking mechanism that we had seen of the system of a space shuttle. So these are the various component and part that we had seen for the ISS components. So studying this part is out of the scope of this course. It's just an example that this is how the various component of a system works. These are the component, and these are when they are integrated together, then they make a larger system like ISS. So this is what the purpose of this figure to show you that there is lots of component in a system, and when they are being integrated together, then they makes one large system. So you can go and see the video of a docking mechanism by Christopher Nolan, and we had seen and the docking, so you can see. Then next, interdisciplinary science, we had seen engineering and management. Then what does the interdisciplinary means? Means involving two or more academic disciplines working together. Then dedicated journals, conferences, university departments are there. Then there is different level of cross-disciplinary research. Then what are the three different level and definitions you can say by the different persons like multidisciplinarity, interdisciplinarity, transdisciplinarity. Then what does these means? These means having small difference from each other, but almost looking similar. The main purpose was interdiscipline. That's it. And they are having small definitions, differences. The literature scholar used to do this type of analysis between these definition differences. Then these, like this is an example of different definitions again that we had seen: intradisciplinary, cross-disciplinary, multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, transdisciplinary. So they have their own definitions and they have some measures for defining them. Then interdisciplinary and systems engineering. So this interdisciplinary adjective is being added for various definitions. For example, in the first one, they are saying that people, product, and process for satisfying the customer need is a kind of definition. Then in the next definition, second one, they are saying drive, evolve, or verify the life cycle balance solution for the system evolution according to the satisfaction of customer. So the customer need to be satisfied. Then in the third definition, they are saying that the interdisciplinary management for integrating life cycle balanced system for the customer needs. Then interdisciplinary is basically studies which actually combination of two, three disciplines working together in the academic activities. Then disciplines could have social science, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, computer science engineering. Then the interdisciplinary examples are like electromagnetics, mechatronics, bioinformatics, biomedical engineering, data science and analytics, computational social systems. Then interdisciplinary basically also means the examples like this: electromechanics, mechatronics, they both are almost similar. Then electromechanism basically focus on electrical and mechanical engineering, working together how the two systems interact with each other. Then mechatronic was the latest field where you see electronic, electrical, and mechanical engineering are being combined, like in case of robot, electronic, computer, telecommunication, system control, product engineering. So mechatronics is newer version of electromechanics, you can say. Then electromechanics and mechatronics have these basic differences or understanding. Like in Internet of Things was there, in which the physical device or embedded system, electronic software, and all these things are communicating with each other through some network connectivity and having the collection of data for processing. Then we had seen definition for the actuator. What is the actuator? Actuator is the device which actually operates for moving and controlling the mechanical system through some valve. Then actuator was the uh, being realized through some control signals or source of energy. Then sensors are there for the device and module and machine and subsystem management. So sensors are actually detecting the event or the change of event was happening in the environment or in the surrounding of that device, so that the electronic device and the frequent computer processor could actually take decision. Then the sensors are always used for the other electronic devices nowadays. So next we'll see the biomedical engineering. In the biomedical engineering, there is an application or principle of and design concepts of medicines and biology working together for the healthcare purpose like diagnostic or therapy. Then bioinformatic development process and methods and software tools are there for the bioinformatics that have the complex network for the biological data, and particular when the data set is large, so solving all these problems. Then biomedical engineering is having the following features like bioinformatics, biomechanics, biomaterial science and engineering, biomedical optics, tissues engineering, genetic engineering, neural network, pharmaceutical engineering, medical devices, clinical engineering, rehabilitation engineering. So all these are the subdomains of biomedical engineering. Then we had seen bioinformatics in detail, in which the computer has the essential molecular biology for protein sequence analysis, amino acid sequence analysis, protein domain analysis, protein structure analysis. Then the sequence of genetic material are being frequent and being used for the bioinformatics analysis and for the easier management of with the help of manual or computer, and the computer was much more efficient as compared to the manual understanding of these type of patterns of genetic patterns. You can see ATGC was there. Then DNA sequence is still a non-trivial problem, and it's still a challenging problem to solve, but there is some algorithm which can have the solution for the DNA related problems, and experimentations are been going for the DNA sequencing. Then molecular interaction network example we had seen. So in BME there is tens of thousands of three-dimensional protein structure which you can generate with the help of X-ray crystallography, and you can have this protein nuclear magnetic resonance NMR for the spectroscopy analysis. So in the BME you can have the understanding of these molecules interactions with these type of X-ray and NMR spectroscopy. Then when it comes in the computer, and in the computer there is a sequence, so you can apply bioinformatics, protein interaction identification, prediction, and catalog physical interaction between the pairs of these groups of protein. So this type of techniques will work. Then we had seen knowledge of interdisciplinary example, like in case of computational social science. So it is a kind of sub-discipline concerned with computational approach of social science. Like subfield is nature language processing, but it is different from the human computer interaction where it's design of computer technology which is focused on interface of user and computer. So we had seen six sense device in detail computer where the computer is being automatically connected through the human gestures. So human gestures is even used to communicate with the machine or computer, you can say. So in the computational social science, there's the figure like there's three parts: computational science, social science, and complexity science. So they makes computation social science. Next, nature language processing. In the nature language processing, text mining and text analytics was there for the quality analysis and informatics of the text. Then automatically discovery of extraction and of unknown information from the text resources. So regular expression is the kind of a technique which was being used. Text mining text pattern matching type of technique was there. Then the sentiment analysis was there in the natural language processing, where the different labeled or unlabeled nature language text data was there, which could actually tell you the effectivity of word or concept, that how these sentiments are being attached as with the help of word network or concept network, like positive, negative, and neutral sentiments. Then sixth sense device was there. Sixth sense device being the gesture labeled recognition of wearable computer systems, where you can see it in the media lab of the MIT. Was being developed in 1994 to 1997. Then a perfect prototype of the perfect hardware and software came up in 2009 by Pranav Mistry. So you can have a wearable head wound, neck wound version of that. So you can see in the video. Next, systems theory. In the systems theory, we had discussed that it is interdisciplinary subject of interconnected component studies, which actually do the natural or machine based. Then you can have uh, following property in the systems theory, like it is bounded with space and time, it get influenced by the environment. Then structure, purpose, and functionality was there. Yeah, in so energy of that working together, like it expresses synergy, that means working together, different teams are working together. Then some of the properties are emergence, like the behavior comes out when different components or entities interact with each other. Then the systems theory we had seen. In the systems theory, we had seen detail that systems dynamic constraint and condition principles like purpose, measure, methods, tools working together, and resource optimization was there. So these all the things are making the systems theory as a definition for understanding it. Then there's a change of systems component or entities being made affected with the other entities or the system. So these are the things which are being studied, like changes in systems component. Then prediction of these changes are being studied, the pattern behaviors of the system. Then system theory also studies learning and adaptation of systems with the environment. Then systems theory also deals with the support maintenance of other systems to prevent the failure. Then dynamic and active or passive systems are there where the components interact with the behavior and the process. And then the passive systems are like the systems which are still at the being processed. So dynamic system is being interacting, behaving active systems, and passive systems are at a passive position. They don't have the component are being processed. For example, a program, code, or file are passive in the operating system, but when these program files are being executed on RAM and CPU, they become process. Fundamental concepts we had seen. What are the fundamental concepts of systems theory? So system has interconnected component, very common one. Boundaries, we had seen that how the environment was there, surrounding was there. Homeostatistics, to external disruption, maintaining functionality. Adoption, at how to protect its maintaining functionality. Then reciprocal transactions we had seen. Then feedback loop we had seen. Then throughput we had seen. So all these definitions we had discussed in detail. Next, fundamental concepts. So, what are the fundamental concepts we had seen? Microsystem, very small, nearest to the client. Meso system that has relationship with the environment. Then exosystem, relationship between the two systems working together, interacting, and having effect on the third system. Macro system, large system influencing the client policy and administration. Then chrono system, which are having significant life event of affecting the adaptation. Then systems theory application, for example, we had discussed in detail systems dynamics, systems biology, systems chemistry, systems ecology, systems psychology. So these are the different domain in which the studies going on. In dynamics, non-linear characteristics of complex system. In biology, you can have the complex interaction of the biological systems. Then in the chemistry, you can have the interaction of the molecules working together. Then in the ecology, you can have various earth science analysis. Then in the psychology, you can have behavior or analysis of complex systems, means understanding of human behavior. Then next, you can have the systems theory application. So what does this mean? So systems theory application. So the application are already being discussed, like in systems dynamic, that non-linear characteristics of complex system. Biology means interaction of biological systems. Then chemistry, molecule study. Ecology, earth science. Psychology, behavior of the complex experience of psychology of humans. Then these are the application. You can see system engineering is one of the application like the other fields. So in which the realization and development and maintenance of the engineering effort was being studied. So this is one of the domain of studies like systems biology, systems psychology. Then systems thinking was there. Systems thinking is again a type of a domain, you can see, where the ability or the skills to perform for the problem solving and complex system was there. Then the systems theory, then systems thinking we had seen. What are the systems thinking? It actually focuses and emphasizes on the behavior of the whole system rather than the individual parts. Then the interaction, how they are being interacting, the subcomponents are being interacting. So this is one of the kind of the systems thinking, one of the emphasis of the systems thinking, behavior analysis of individual components. interaction and interface between subcomponents. Then system thinking also do the ability to have the interaction between the component and the system effort and functionality analysis. So the understanding and intervening the problem situation and principal concepts of systems paradigm was there in the figure. You can see systems concepts, systems principle, system representation, systems approach, system science are all being interacted together in the systems thinking. So this is important part of the systems engineering approach. Systems science and all these theory are being connected to some systems thinking, and how the improvement and relationship between the systems thinking was being done with these component of systems engineering. Then next, the complexity, chaos, and regularity. So these are the basic feature and the fundamental measures of measuring a system. The process of attention and adaptation to ensure the appropriate identification of boundary, dependency, and relationship. Then component has the cohesion to working togetherness. Then it also simplifies and some complexity, chaos, and managing interdisciplinary things and understanding the choice. Then more complex and chaotic system because of the inadequate information. So inadequate information makes a system complex to understand. Then understanding more and more about the system will reduce the chaoticness and complexity of that system, because our understanding was being improved. Then the similarity and differences was there. Then the regularity was also there. Regularity of uniformity of a system, similarity of a system, multiple entities at a multiple times. So these are the fundamental things you can see. The regularity of natural systems and engineering systems. Then systems attributes and environment was there, like quality or property of a system client that actually being termed as attributes. So these qualities and properties are termed as system element, system attribute for a particular system's element. Then state of a system is a set of system attribute at a given time point. Then there is various environment of a systems uh, event which actually been described on the system, and hence they have the different states like static state, dynamic state, and homeostatic. So these are the different states in which the changes to the environment of a system being studied. Then state and variable. So there is a state which could be stable or unstable. So the study of this state to remain stable until the another event occurs. So this is stability. Then state can be monitored with the state variables or some attribute for indicating that the system state. Then state space was being defined by the set of all possible values of the state variables over time. Then you can have, we had seen, state variables are generally continuous, so they are being modeled with a finite state model. So state machine was an example of this type of systems engineering aspect. Then ability of doing stable and the stability and determinism. So the system can react or cannot react or respond or act. So these are the fundamental three things: react, respond, or act. A stable system is one which is having one or more state which are stable within the environment for a long range on possible events. Then determinism is one-to-one mapping of a state variable to the state space and allowing the state to predict from the past. Then not non-deterministic means you can't detect the future of that system. That future states cannot be reliably predicted. So the systems have many to many mapping of state variable. Then survival behavior. So survival behavior is one of the important aspect, that whether the system could survive the changing conditions or the situation. So every system is meant to become robust so that they could sustain themselves in one or more alternative viable states. Then the nature and social system have different goals, and consciousness was being involved, like in the self-organizing and arising the interaction between the element. All these things are the example and the importance of survival behavior of a system. For example, entropy is one of the major for measuring the disorderedness and the continuous moving of the system to become more disordered and disorganized. So, goal and seeking the behavior of the system we had seen. We had discussed like there are various goals that have some outcome at a specified times. Then we had seen objective which could be of longer term outcome. Objective could have multiple sequences of goals. Then ideally the ideal objectives are like which can't be achieved, but we plan for doing and achieving the ideal situation. So this was always be the case that ideal objectives are being planned, and we see how much we had achieved. Then control behavior like cybernetics, science of control that actually defines basic control mechanism like negative feedback, positive feedback are there, maintaining the system against the state and set of objective levels and contraction to the new states. Then control behavior is basically trade between the features, and specialization was there, flexibility was there for system behavior analysis and system to adopt quickly for the environmental change for the flexibility. Then we had seen systems development life cycle in which we had seen different SDLC system development life cycle stages. So basically, usually have six stages like requirement analysis, designing of features and various part of the system, development and testing phase, then implementation of that system, documentation and evaluation. So these are the important six phases like designing, then implementation, then maintenance, then again planning, then again analysis. So in starting, planning was the state, then analysis was being done, then designing of that project was being done, then implementation was being done, then maintenance was being done. Next, in SDLC model, methodology are created for example, waterfall model was there, spiral model was there, agile development model was there, rapid prototyping was there, incremental models was there. So in the waterfall model, there's sequence of requirement, then designing, then coding for the software things, implementation, then testing was being done, and for the maintenance. So basically, waterfall model was for the softwares. So, but you can infer this and apply it to the system engineering as well for other projects. Again, the spiral model was being introduced in by Boehm in 1988, which actually says that the spiral shape determine the objective, then identify and resolve some of the risk, then develop and test, then plan for the next iteration. So it is based on risk-driven models. Then agile development means communication is very important with the customers and the other persons like the stakeholders, the developer and the customers need to communicate with each other. Then the adaptive planning is required for this phase. Evolutionary development is required for this. Then evolutionary delivery was required, continual improvement was required. Then it encourages some of the flexible response of to the changes. Then rapid prototyping means you quickly generate some prototype based upon the initial requirement and start developing the project. Then working model was being developed in the early stages and in the short investigation. Then you can also see the different name is dynamic systems development, which have the following for prototyping: identifying the prototype, agreeing to a plan, create a prototype, and then review that prototype. Then incremental build model is like we had already seen some like waterfall or spiral, which actually focus on design, implementation, and testing. And then the it worked till the product was being finished. Then development and maintenance was both being involved in this type of model. Then uh, it actually satisfies the requirement of the system. Then it actually combines waterfall model and iterative philosophy, extreme project management, in which manages various complex project and uncertain projects, in which different open and elastic and uncertain behavior takes place than different from the traditional project management. Then extreme project management basically focuses on human side of the project management, that is mapping project stakeholder. Then it corresponds to the extreme programming, which actually improves the software quality and responsiveness to the changing customer requirement. Then what is development phase? Development phase is basically related to development of activities that are required to be evolved from the system. Then manufacturing, production, and construction of the large and unique systems or subsystems take place in this. Then deployment of these activities according to the environment, assembling and installation training was being done for the operating the whole system. Then operation of the user functions objective task takes place. Then maintenance phase, which actually do the support of logistic, then disposal, decommissioning and destroying of the project. Then again training some of the skill required if we want to continue that project. Then verification means testing, evaluation of the process or the measure the specification and compliances. Then we had seen synergy. Synergy means two or more things functioning together to produce a result or independent or object obtaining the result. Then this gives the positive and negative both kind of effect. Then the systems engineering basically have synergy, which actually describes how the system behaves and emerges from the various interaction between the elements or components or entities. Then synergy was actually being related to the emergence in the interaction or the cooperation, giving rise to a whole that is greater than or the simple sum of its part. Means synergy was like interaction and cooperation of various component working together, and which gives a result as the sum of whole thing. Then it was derived from the working together. Then the in the organization, it's having the ability to have outperform perform better than the individual members ability. Then what it means, construction and collection of different element working together and different part components like people, hardware, software, facilities work together to achieve some of the better result. Then synergy again means the functioning of two or more things together independent better than independent objects. Then biology synergy. So various medicines are there which could actually work better in the combination. For example, in the drug. So in the drugs, so the interaction on between the two, three drugs together will actually improve and magnify the effect and will have reduces the side effect or actually can cause side effect also. So these drugs could have different result working together. Then pest synergy in the biology host organism population. Suppose in there's a field which is having crops, so parasite could actually damage 10%. Then parasite B could actually damage 10%. Then both the parasites when work together, they could have a synergic combination effect. What it do some effect together. Then drug synergy means involving and combination of two drugs working together. Means for example, two different antibiotic can improve the effect working together. Then human synergy means human interaction and teamwork means could have better result than, for example, person A and person B both have too short height to reach an apple. Then person B sits on the shoulder of person A, then they become tall and they can have the apples. Then politician A could have gathered 1 million votes. politician B could gather again 1 million vote. Both of them working together can gain 2.5 million vote. Thus, they both have achieved zero point 0.5 million more votes. Then, taking more examples like musical systems means different organs are working together so better for a better song or music. Then corporate synergy. So in the corporate, the objective is benefit. So business and other human activities to have a better outcome, better achieve, and people are and organization are being working together to achieve better results. Main important topic is financial benefits of two different corporation coming together and have the value to realize better emergence and acquire. Suppose one organization acquires another company and they could improve the cell with the help of this. So we had studied this type of corporate synergy. Then computer synergy. So human strength and computer strength both combined together could have a better result. Why? Because computer is much faster and quick to compute some process, but human have better heuristic or intelligence as compared to the computer till now. So both of these ability of these two things, computer and machine, could have better results. For example, in cartoon, Walt Disney is an example in 1930s Mickey Mouse character being sold to the for the marketing to the many companies. So they earned Walt Disney had earned a lot. In case of Spider-Man films, they had produced several toys and sell those toys, and they have the uh, web fluid string, web shooter like toys. The poster they prepared, games they had prepared. So Spider-Man film had earned from them as well. Then we had seen project management. So project management is basically process of leading work together and achieving goal and meeting success criteria in at a specific time. Then the challenge and the activities and achieving the project goals with the goal constraint and project documentation creating from the beginning of the development phase. Then the project management we had seen what are the different type of project management and like benefit realization management, critical chain project management we had seen, earned value management we had discussed. Then in the project management we had also discussed iterative and incremental project management, lean project management, phased project management like waterfall. Then four P's of project management are like plan, process, people, and power. Then development phase has all these things like initiation, planning, designing, construction, monitoring, controlling, and then completion and closing. Risk management. So risk management have the cost and scheduling, performance, and risk analysis. Then you have application of proactive identification of future problems so that you can optimize the risk based on decision. So decision for the decision making, we had seen SWOT analysis where we had seen strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat being plotted on a table so that we can make a better decision. Then we had seen Gantt chart for the clue for estimation time that how the estimation time for a particular process and activity takes time for the completion of that whole project. Then we had used this table to construct this type of chart we had discussed. So this chart was being saying that that activity A, B, C, D, G, E, F was being in a sequence. Some of the activities are dependent on each other. So when the first activity finishes, then only the second activity would start. So they have a sequence to be completed. Then we had also discussed PERT chart, program evaluation and reviewing techniques, in which we had seen PERT events was there, PERT predecessor events, successor event we had seen. So multiple predecessor could have multiple successors, and multiple successor and predecessor could have multiple events as well. Then The part evaluation also have could be seen as sub activities, for the effort and time estimation and requirement. Then the part could have the predecessor activity and sub activities. Then you have the critical path, you can say. Critical path means the if you delay these activities like A, B, C, D, and E is in the critical path. If you delay any one of these activity, then the whole project will be delayed. So based upon that, we can calculate total float time and drag time so that we could have analysis of project management time. Next, critical path, float, and drag. So these are the calculation that we had seen. That float value of FGH is 15, 5, and 20. Then we had seen the drag calculation that if some activity have nothing in parallel, then there's nothing, then the drag would be equal to its duration or something else, like if there's nothing in the path, then in parallel, if uh, there's has another activity in parallel, then the drag would actually be equal to whichever will be the less that duration of the total float or the least total float. Then the drag calculation was being done for the B and C, activity D and activity E we had seen. So these type of calculation we had seen. Then we had discussed about the engineering domains like industrial 4.0, industry 1.0 we had discussed like the simple production of methods of iron textile manufacturing industries, like then industry 2.0 have the technological revolution that railroads, telegraph network and electrification. Then industry 3.0 have the digital revolution, electronic computer, so communication has start taking place. Then in current world industry 4.0 automation was being there and manufacturing and industry planning was being done for the machine to machine communication, internet of things, mobile devices was being there like cloud computing, data visualization, 3D printing was there. Then Industry 4.0 could be seen like first there was something like Harappa culture for the civil engineering. Then in that Harappa culture they have done some mechanical tool development, and then the manufacturing would be started, then process engineering was being done. Then engineering, mechanical engineering and electrical engineering both taking place. Then the control engineering, which is now very popular, and aerospace engineering. Then mathematics and electrical engineering came together to make software engineering. So mathematics and electronics makes software engineering domain, and which is currently going on. Then transdisciplinary means crossover of many disciplines like cybernetics. So we'll start with discussing civil engineering, that we already seen some bridge, canal, dam construction, sewer management. Sub-engineering domains of civil is like coastal construction, earthquake, environmental, geotechnical, material, structural, etc., water resources. So these are the part of the civil engineering and one society of American society. Then civil engineering, like I went to London Bridge. It's one of the old bridge since very long in the past. Then Tokyo Tower is has one of the tallest for a long duration, and it was being used for communication and observation of the city. Then civil engineering was being done for the Skytree, very latest for the 2011, in which it is one of the tallest in the world. Is it is 634 meter. Then these are the comparison of various tallest towers of civil engineering was being done. Then industrial engineering is like very important, which is from very old times, like optimization of the complex process systems and organization working together for the developing and improving implementation integration of various things. Subdisciplines are like in energy, human factor safety, informatics, manufacturing, operational, then policy, production, quality, supply chain, etc. So in industrial engineering, we had seen example of Volkswagen Iron Works, which was very old factory and very old industrial factory, which has been closed in 1994, but which has been closed in 1986, and in 1994 UNESCO had given it as a tag of World Heritage Site, and it been now available as a museum to for a common man for seeing how iron works. Then manufacturing engineering. So it's like planning of how the manufacturing pipeline of a product should be done in the industrial engineering. Like there is various industry which actually inherits this manufacturing engineering, like aerospace industry, automobile, computer industry, food processing, textile, pharmaceutical. So these are the so it also involves a process engineering. So process engineering basically deals with how the process of the generation of the product should be there. So process design and controlling economics and data analytics. Then mechanical engineering, very common one, that combines physical and mathematical principle of material design and manufacturing. Then core area that includes is mechanics, dynamics, thermodynamics, material science. Then tools are commonly used like computer-aided design, computer-aided manufacturing. Then the community is again American Society of Mechanical Engineering was very old one. Then electrical engineering actually have the very concerned with this design of electrical appliances like electronic things, and electromagnetism is also the part. Then subdomain was being handled with this. So what are the subdomains? Power engineering. Then you have various techniques like uh, signal processing being done with understood with the help of this type of engineering. Then these are the community IEC, IEEE and IIT were the famous communities. Then control engineering, which is actually subdomain you can say of mechanical and electrical engineering, which actually deals with the controlling designing theory of control environment, electrical engineering and mechanical engineering. Then sensors are detectors are the main purpose for this type of thing. Then example is automatic cruise control in in a car for speed management in highway. Then we had discussed there's two subpart, classical and modern, which actually deal with SI, SO and MIMO. Next, aerospace engineering. So it is being divided into three different parts: aeronautical engineering, astronautical, and avionic engineering. Then aerospace engineering. So we had seen Shivkar had designed first unmanned aircraft in 1895. Then he named it as Marut Sakha, and then in 1903 there's Wright brother who actually drove first aircraft in the world for 12 seconds on air. Next, software engineering, which is very latest one. It was been invented by this Margaret Hamilton, coined the term being coined by her, and there's been in the early 1940s. So von Neumann architecture was there. Then division of hardware and software came up. Then programming languages will came up, and then the software engine term was being it came in the 1965 issue of Computer and Automation. Then the communities are like ICSE, Software International Conference on Software Engineering, Foundation on Software Engineering, ICSME, Software Maintenance and Evolution, Automated Software Engineering, ASE. Then cybernetics, transdisciplinary means various uh, loop was there for feedback reaction analysis, whatever be the field. If you have this type of diagram which could have feedback, then if you can able to study this feedback connection of these components working together, then this comes under the cybernetics as the transdisciplinary, means combination of various fields. Like the main purpose includes learning of cognition, adoption and social control, emergence and connectivity. So feedback is the more important criteria for this domain for action taking as input and the outcome. Then next we had discussed in the for the conclusion communities. We had seen in Cozy and IEEE SMC in Cozy started in 1990s for not for profit with we had seen vision was to become better world for the systems approach to make world as a better for systems approach. Then mission was like to address the problems related to the complex societal technical challenges enabling approach for the advancement of systems engineering and systems. Then next we had seen Incozi goal. Goal of the Incozi was simple and it's very large in objectives. So dissemination of system engineering knowledge, then collaboration in systems engineering practice, education and research, then scalable professional standards. Then you have the professional goals for persons to engage with the practice of systems engineering. Then the support with the improvement of the process and practices. Then SMC, IEEE System and Cybernetics are like they have the vision to be get one of the world's recognized society for the theory of three things: system science, and engineering. Second one is human machine systems, and third one is cybernetics. So these are the three fields under the SMC society. What are the mission? To actually serve the interest of the members and community for promoting theory, practice, and interdisciplinary aspect for the three things. Again, what are the three things? System, science, and engineering, human machine systems, and cybernetics. So it can be accomplished with the help of conferences, publication, journals, and contributing to the members. What are the field of interest of SMC? We had seen. So development of systems, theory, definitions, methods, methodology, simulation, experiment, and test and evaluation of all these methods and all these methods to be have approaches. Then integration of these theories from different fields like communication, control, cybernetics, stochastic, optimization, all they need to be merged with the systems theory. So then the hardware and software realization and understanding for the biological, ecological, and socio-economical systems and computer information and man and machine operation. So these are the objective of IEEE SMC. So these are the references that we had seen. Then thanks a lot